Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a hot minute since I've done a weekly favorites, and to be totally honest with you, I have been, using some same products, trying a little bit of new stuff at the same time, but I wanted to come with you with a really pretty big Friday favorites today. I have stopped making Friday favorites on every Friday just because I find it seems to be a little bit repetitive for you guys. Especially if I'm using the same products for 2 weeks in a row. I mean, I'm sure you guys see all the products I show you, and to see them, 2 weeks in a row, as much as I love them, kind of gets a little boring after a while. So I stopped doing them every week unless I had new discoveries that I really enjoyed. And I'm starting to do them now every other week to every third week, depending on, stuff that I've been trying throughout the month. So I'm trying to also do like monthly favorites as well. But again, if my monthly favorites are similar to one of my recent Friday favorites, I'll either do one or the other depending on the timing. So with that said, I'm going to dive into some products and get your shopping list ready, because there are some things in here that you may want to add to your list when you go to the drugstore or Sephora. So before I begin, in case anybody is asking, my lip color is the Kat Von D Liquid Lipstick in Exorcism. One of my favorite dark, deep, purpley, vampy lip colors for this time of year. I like to rock it all year round, but most of the time I'm wearing it fall and winter, but love this color. The formulation is so nice. So with that said, I'm going to dive in. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is a perfume. I've shown this to you guys before. This is my Viva La Juicy perfume. I think this is the 3.4 fluid ounce, and oh, you guys, I have no words for this perfume. It's very sweet. So if you don't like sweet scents, you might not like this. But if you love sweet scents, this is right up your alley. Kind of smells like a good candy type of thing. Similar to this is Candy by Prada. If you want a more affordable option, Britney Spears' Fantasy is also a sweet scent if you love sweet scents. I'm adding this into my favorites because ever since I smelled this on one of my girlfriends at her house, I fell in love and I wanted to get this big bottle. However, the big bottle is like I want to say it's like $110, maybe more. And I didn't want to spend that much money, so I ended up waiting for a perfume sale in May of this past year, and I picked up the big bottle for $50 in a gift set. So it was a gift set with the big bottle perfume, a roller ball, and a body cream with all the same scent for $50. So I definitely picked it up, and I got a hold of it. I'm waiting for this sale to start again in November. I'm definitely, excuse me, I have the hiccups. I'm definitely going back to get another one of these because I'm already, if you look at the bottle, I'm already almost halfway through, and I love to load this on. I get so many compliments. This is pretty much one of the only perfumes I get so many good compliments on. So love this, and I will repurchase it when I do run out. It is an expensive perfume though, so I try to use it sparingly, but at the same time, it's like I want to smell like that every day. You know what I mean? Okay, so skincare. I've shown you guys some skincare items in my current skincare routine. If I haven't posted that up yet, I will post it up probably sometime next week. But in that routine, I show you guys the L'Oreal Revitalift Brightening Duo Serum. This is an overnight moisturizer. There's a tube of a serum and a tube of a lotion. And when you pump it out, they both come out at the same time together. You mix it in your hand and you apply it to your clean face before bed. I like this because it is very hydrating. It's got the function of a serum and a lotion combined. It helps keep my skin bright and even, and it doesn't clog my pores, which is what I like as well. Even though I'm wearing it at nighttime, it's still comfortable for me. When I wake up in the morning, even though my skin is like dewy and hydrated, I don't feel like there's a huge film on my face from the night before wearing this. So I do like it. I would recommend this more to maturing skin because this is geared toward more mature skin. Prevention is key. If I can prevent it, in my 20s, I will, or I'll at least try to. So I do like it, and I would definitely recommend this more to mature skin, probably like 35 and over, just because this is geared to more brightening, glycolic acid, wrinkles, that kind of stuff. So thumbs up, L'Oreal. It's a drugstore product, so you can get it off the counter, very easy access at your local drugstore. I'm really impressed with that, actually. Normally when skincare products at the drugstore, like, wow me, I am really impressed, only because you would never think that drugstore products skincare especially will really wow you when you think, well, if I really wanted to do something good, I'll have to buy high end. That's not necessarily the case. You could still purchase something in skincare at the drugstore that'll do just as good as if you were to spend like triple the amount of money at your local Sephora or your department store. So just keep that in mind when you guys are on a budget and you're trying to kind of work around it. The drugstore stuff is not all bad. You just have to find those gems. Keeping with skincare, I want to talk to you guys about my primer. So, you know, I try to use one primer at a time just so that I'm not like constantly going back and forth, but I have to say, my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, I got this as a gift, as a perk. This is a full size, 1 fluid ounce full size. It's the Dark Spot Correcting Primer. It's in the white tube. And this puppy's worth $50. I got this as a gift from my local Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada where I live. I think I attended some sort of event and, you know, they were giving out samples, and when the girl who manages the beauty boutique area saw me that I came, and she knows that, you know, I love beauty, everything, and I do a YouTube. She ended up putting this in my bag for free, which I was really grateful for, because this puppy is $50 on its own in Canada, and it's a lot of money. It comes in a squeezy tube. When you squeeze it out, it comes out like white. However, when you blend it in, it actually conforms to your skin tone. So it doesn't provide added coverage for pigmentation or anything like that, but what it does, it preps the skin for your foundation. It controls my oils pretty nicely. I have to say that I'm really impressed with this primer. I have purchased since the Smashbox hydrating primer. It's the same packaging, but it's blue instead of white. And I also picked up the pore minimizing one, which is the same packaging, but instead of white, it's purple. So those two were $50 a piece. They were pretty expensive. But since I was so impressed with this, I wanted to try the other two, and I think the hydrating one will be perfect for me for wintertime coming up. So cross fingers on that one. So thumbs up there. Expensive, but worth it. If you guys want your products to work, you might not necessarily have to buy a high-end primer. Like the one at the drugstore that I really like is the L'Oreal Miracle Blur. That's a great one if you are trying to hide your pores and minimize your pores. Like if you have huge cratered pores to fill them in, the Miracle Blur from L'Oreal is good, and it's affordable. But this one is more of a controlling oil type of deal, not really filling in pores, more of an oil control type of primer. And I haven't really found an oil controlling primer at the drugstore yet, and so far I've been only finding high-end ones that really do the job. So I mean, that one's a little bit of a hit and miss at the drugstore, but the high-end ones, the Smashbox one so far is amazing. I can't talk today, apparently. I don't know why. Okay, so when I'm not wearing foundation, I am wearing at least a little bit of coverage on my face, and it's the Stila Stay All Day 10-in-1 High HD Beauty Balm. It does 10 things. It comes out in a very pale-ish skin tone, and when you rub it in, it really does correct to your skin color. So it's hard to describe. Like, it'll apply with that light skin color type, but when you massage it into your skin, it adjusts to your tone and to your skin color. So it's kind of like acting as your skin but better type of thing, and that's what I love about this. It's a beauty balm, so a BB cream that you can wear very light, airy for days where if you're just going to run errands quickly, you don't want to wear too much. This is perfect for that. I've used it on a couple of girls that I've done their makeup on where they don't want like foundation on their face. So I opt them to this, and you know, they said it's pretty good for them. They didn't mind it. It is expensive, I have to say. This is a 1.5 fluid ounce bottle, and it goes for about $50 at the at my drugstore. There's the beauty boutique area at Shoppers, so that's where I get it. But I think you could also find it on Sephora.com. I don't know if Sephora still carries a lot of Stila stuff. I'd have to check. But anywhere that you can find Stila, I would definitely check this out. There is this one, and I have the bronzing one, which I don't really use in the wintertime as much. And because I purchased this one first, I kind of want to use it up this year just so that it doesn't go bad. Because keep in mind, like, your cream products will have an expiration date. They will go bad eventually. So definitely really enjoying this while I have it. Would I repurchase this again? Probably down the road, once I don't have any more BB creams, I will probably get this again. But until then, I'm just going to use it up and, you know, finish what I have left in my stash before I start buying any more BB creams. So, but this is a good one in the event that you need a BB cream for just every day and you don't want to go like all glam all the time. This is a great one. If you're willing to spend the extra dollars, that's all I'm saying. Sometimes it's pretty good to, you know, splurge on yourself. You have to do it sometimes. I have my concealer that I have been consistently wearing every single time I'm wearing makeup. It's my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade NC25. I use 1 pump of this a day. Now, when I mean 1 pump, I mean I take a pump on my hand, I apply to one area, like one under eye, and then I apply the rest on my hand to the other under eye. And 1 pump usually is good enough for both areas, under eye areas, to conceal, brighten, do the Kim Kardashian conceal type of deal. So I'm liking that the pump is just enough for both eyes. You don't have to pump twice because that's way too much product for your face. A lot of people may not like it because it's too much coverage. A lot of people do like it because it is a lot of coverage. It just depends on your preference. If you really like a lot of coverage because you have really dark circles under your eyes, you have veins, you have whatever you want to hide, this is definitely a good one to have in your collection. I have this one in the NC25 and I also have it in the NW25 with a little bit of a pinkier undertone. But this one I am trying to use up because I have had it for quite a while, so this is in my project pan for this year. I still love it though. It's still one of my favorite concealers by far. I have been a MAC girl since I was in high school. MAC was pretty much my very first high-end makeup brand that I have ever used. I was introduced to it by my sister-in-law when I was really young, like 12 years old. So it's been my ride or die, and I really do love it. So, you know, thumbs up for that. I think it's about $25 to $28 at the store, but it lasts such a long time. You only need to use a little bit when you're doing both eyes. Like 1 pump is definitely more than enough for your face. And you can even use it as a foundation or mix it in with lighter foundations that you want more coverage in. So this baby right here is definitely a multitask type of concealer. So thumbs up there. So Prep and Prime products by MAC. You know, some of them might be a little gimmicky. I haven't tried all of them. I don't know what all of them are like, if they're good, if they're not good. The only thing that sorry, I'm blinding you guys with my earrings, so I'm trying to, like, avoid the nasty, like, blindiness for you guys by covering on my hair. The only Prep and Prime that I really love by MAC is their Fix Plus. This is my second bottle, and I love it for everything. I love it for hydrating. I love it for applying foundation. I love it for intensifying metallic or shimmery eyeshadows. That is probably my favorite thing I love it for, is for the metallic shimmery eyeshadow intensify. It's a multitask purpose product, so you can use it for anything under the sun like that, and it does wonders. It has a ingredient that is great for when you apply foundation because I think it's glycerin. The glycerin helps the foundation stick to your skin a little bit more than if you were to use a foundation brush or beauty blender without the Fix Plus. So if you're having problems with foundation sticking to your face for a long period of time, try spritzing your brush or your beauty blender with the Fix Plus and then using it to massage or dab your foundation into your skin and see if that helps your foundation last a little bit longer. I actually learned that tip from Jaclyn Hill. I have to give her credit for that. I didn't know that until I started watching her videos years ago and she had mentioned it, and you know, it actually worked out for me, so I was really glad that I learned that. It takes quite a while to finish a bottle like this because with one bottle it's 100 milliliters, which is 3.4 fluid ounces, and I mean, you don't use that much when you use it, like maybe 1 or 2 spritzes every time you use it. And for eyeshadows, you use 1 spritz really. So it's really refreshing. I like to use this even as a hydrator just before I apply foundation, just to make my skin look a little bit more plumpier instead of dry and scaly. So it does do a lot of great things. So thumbs up for that. My body lotion right now, I mean, it's getting colder here in Canada. We have our warm days, but, you know, at nighttime it's still freezing. So I've been using lotion a little bit more now that fall time has come around. And I'm using the Inecto Naturals Coconut Body Lotion. Got this at one of the warehouse sales that I talked to you guys about in May. The scent of this is not, like, my favorite, I'll tell you that. Yeah, like, it's not my favorite scent because coconut to me just smells more coconutty. This doesn't really smell like coconut. It just smells like nuts. Like like hazelnuts. Like, I can't even describe it. So, not my favorite scent, but the actual cream itself is actually pretty nice. It's a thicker formula, even though it comes out a little bit, like a tad bit runny, but not runny enough that it'll fall off your hand. It's thick enough that it does hydrate, and at nighttime, especially because I've been like outside or in the sun, or you know, my skin has been really dry, or if I'm just dehydrated from the inside in general, my skin is kind of like, you can tell like it needs that extra hydration on the outside. So I find that this is very hydrating. It doesn't have any parabens. The ingredient list is actually pretty short compared to other brand of lotions that I've tried in the past. They do not test on animals, they're vegan friendly, and they're dermatologically tested as well, this brand. I've never seen it in Canada. I saw it at the sale, and because I've never seen it, I just picked one up. Literally, guys, this bottle, 8.4 fluid ounces, was $3. So the value is pretty good for the amount you're getting, and I'll pretty much finish this hopefully by like, I want to say December, maybe mid-November, if I apply it every night. But it does do great in hydration. It's affordable. You can't go wrong with affordability either. So you guys, like, my nails are like thebomb.com right now. I just got my nails done. They were to be done for, I'm in a wedding this weekend, so I had to get them done. I found by accident the best rose gold nail polish at Sephora, by all means. It's from the Formula X line, and it's sponsored with Huda Beauty. If you guys don't know who Huda Beauty is, or Huda Beauty, Huda is one of the most gorgeous girls I've ever seen, ever. She lives in Dubai. She was raised in, I think, somewhere in the States. And she's beautiful. She has her own makeup line. I have her lashes. I have 2 of her lip colors, which I absolutely love. I wish I had more of her lip colors. I wish I had more of her lashes. This is her collaboration with Formula X. It is the rose gold in Baroque Babe, and it's legitimately a rose gold. This is what I'm wearing on my nails right now. I am in love. This is my top favorite rose gold color of all time. I have not been able to find anything like this ever in any of the salons or beauty supply outlets that I go to, and when I came across this at Sephora, my heart literally dropped. So I had to pick it up, and I ended up putting it on my nails for the wedding that I'm in this week. So I absolutely love it. If you guys love rose gold anything, definitely pick this up, try it out. You guys will not regret it. It is gorgeous. She has another one in her line that's like a purple, like a deep eggplant purple, that I absolutely fell in love with, but they're really expensive. These are about $17 and change in Canada. In the States, I think they're about $12, but in Canada, they're about $17 and change. So they're a little bit more on the pricier side, but I don't mind spending the extra money on a nail polish if I know I love the color and I'm going to wear it. If I'm just going to wear it once and throw it to the side, I'm not going to purchase it. But with this one, I definitely know I will wear it out all season, all year long. It'll definitely be done, I want to say, by springtime next year, because this is one of my favorite colors. Rose gold is my forever favorite to die for. Jewelry, eyeshadow, nail color, anything rose gold I can get my hands on, I'm obsessed. I've been obsessed. I can't help it. I just can't help it. So foundation, you guys, so I have like a semi-horror story. I know this video is really long, but I have to tell you. So I finished my Benefit Hello Flawless foundation. You guys will see that foundation in my empties when I do my October empties. I finished it the beginning of October-ish. And, you know, that foundation did me well. I finished it up. It was great. Had no problems. Everything was good. So I went on to start I had a half L'Oreal Miracle Blur foundation that I finished half of. So I had half left, and I wanted to finish it up as part of my project planning this year, because I want to get rid of a lot of the foundations I have, because I'm not going to use them all at once. So I started wearing it. No joke, after the first application of wearing it, my skin reacted to the L'Oreal Miracle Blur foundation. I was such disappointed, because I really thought it was a really nice foundation to apply. It smoothed out my skin. It made my skin look very airbrush type of effect. And I was so bummed, because it broke me out. I started having bumps all around this area here. And I never get bumps around this area unless I'm reacting to a product on my face. Hormonal breakouts, I always get in this area or in my nose area. So if it's hormonal, I know it's around here. I've been getting random breakouts here and here because it's hormones. But when I start seeing breakouts along this area here on my cheekbones, I know it's from a product. And the product that I changed was my foundation. Everything else was the same, and I was bummed. I used it twice. The first time I noticed the bumps, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it'll go away. The second time I used it, the bumps got worse. I'm like, ooh, that ain't a cute look, and I have a wedding to be in on Saturday, so I needed my skin to clear this shit up quick. So I had to chuck it out. There was probably about maybe 25% of the product left, but I had to put it in my empties because it broke me out. It was such a bummer. I have to say it was such a bummer. However, I pulled out my Chanel Perfection Lumiere Longwear Flawless Fluid Makeup. This has been in my collection for a while. I'm in the shade Beige 70. I love this stuff. I'm wearing it today, you guys. Like, no joke. Now, keep in mind, my skin is still healing from my reaction to L'Oreal's foundation. But since I used this today, my skin looked amazing. I couldn't believe how this foundation made my skin look just so smooth and supple. And it's supposed to be a little bit on the luminous side, but I really don't feel the luminosity as much as I thought I was going to. So I have to say this is probably my perfect wintertime foundation, and I'm going to be rocking it until I can finish this up. I don't think I can open this, so I can't even tell. Like, I can't even tell how much is left in the bottle. I think maybe I'm like up to here, so I still have quite a bit of product left. It's a 1 fluid ounce product jar, so it's an average foundation size, and usually foundation will take a good, if you're wearing it every day, I would say it would take up maybe 6 to 8 months to finish. Hopefully I could finish this by the end of winter time. But I really do love it. It is so pretty. I love how it looks on my skin. I'm wearing it today. I basically refell in love with this because when I picked it up in the beginning, like maybe a year ago or two, I tried it, you know, it was great, whatever, but I started moving on to newer things. So I kind of forgot about this gem in my collection. So when I pulled it back out, I just remembered how freaking amazing it was. And if you guys can afford a really expensive foundation, the Chanel Perfection Lumiere is really, really nice. I don't know if they really sell that one anymore. I kind of think they do. They might have repackaged it, but Chanel anything in regards to liquid makeup is so luxurious, and you know, I don't want to see this go to waste, so I want to use it up before it does go bad. And then you guys, you know, another favorite of mine is my MAC Studio Fix powder. I use this to set my face. It doesn't give me cakiness because I don't use a compressed brush. I use a very fluffy brush, and I just kind of, you know, wheel it in there and just kind of evenly disperse it out to set my face. I find that it keeps me semi-matte with a luminous foundation, and it does set my makeup so that it's not rubbing off or, you know, moving around on my face. So you guys have seen this. I finished one up on camera with you guys. I, you know, cracked open another one. This one's in C40, so this is more when I'm like dark, and I have been darker recently only because I've been a little bit tanning for this wedding. But I do love the MAC Studio Fix. It's one of my ride or die products. I don't know, you guys, should I do a ride or die like video from like Jaclyn Hill's tag? Thumbs up this video if you want that. Let me know. Okay guys, I'm trying to work through this. I know this is a super long video. Please bear with me. My highlighter of the week is the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey. This is made in Italy. How nice. So this is one of my favorite gold highlighters I have ever used. I am wearing it today on the cheeks in a very subtle airbrushed way. Can you see all that goldness? That is this right here. I find that this works better when you use a wet brush. So if you take your highlighting brush, spritz it with Fix Plus, rub it in here, and then apply it, it works better that way. I find that if you just use it dry, it's too flaky. Like, your highlighter is going to go everywhere. You kind of, in my personal opinion, in my experience, this highlighter was meant to be used with a damp brush, like spritzed with either, like, you know, a face setting spray, anything like that, to get your brush a little bit wet, just so that all the product is stuck to the brush and not flying everywhere. Because I noticed with this one will fly everywhere if you use it dry. So I prefer using this one wet, and it looks freaking phenomenal. I had to pick this up online because I can't find it here in Canada anywhere. Nobody in Canada sells this, so I had to pick it up online from the UK, unfortunately. But what can you do? That's just life. Okay, I have 3 palettes. I wanted to show you guys because I used them all this week, and I'm, you know, it's kind of like rediscovering your makeup. I have 3 palettes in my collection that I pulled out this week, and I've used them. I've mixed up using them throughout the week, throughout the last 2 weeks, actually. Guys, I have something in my eye, like, for real. Oh. Anyways, so this one you've seen in plenty of videos. I've shown you this plenty of times. It's my Rainforest of the Sea by Tarte palette. I've actually hit pan on Cove right here. You could barely see the pan, but if I go up close, you can see that little tiny silver pan right there. I like this for quick days because all you need is 2 colors. You have your crease color and you have any one of these colors to kind of throw all over your lid, and liner, mascara, you look put together. So this is kind of for my days where I don't want to think about it. So I really do love this particular palette for that type of look that I'm throwing. The next one I've been using is something that it was never really my favorite palette because in the past when I tried them, the shadows just didn't seem as pigmented as I wanted them to. But then I cracked it open this week and I really found that they are beautiful. You just have to use the right brush for them. And it's my Narcissus palette. This palette I got as a gift 2 years ago, an expensive ass palette. It was $80. I know how much that person purchased for it. The reason why I like this palette now is because I love the bronzy shadows. If I'm looking for an all bronzy smoky look, this is what I have been going towards, and I just absolutely love it for that reason alone. The other shadows are a little bit taupier. I haven't really used too much of the other ones, but in regards to the actual bronze, like this bronze shade right here, and this one right here, and this one in the corner, and then this one to blend was absolutely beautiful. I used this at a look yesterday. I got so many compliments on it, and it was just really, really pretty bronze look. So if you have the Narcissus palette and you weren't impressed with it in the beginning, try to crack it out and use different brushes with it, because if you start to use different brushes, you'll start to see that different brushes will work differently in different types of eyeshadow, and you just need those right particular brushes to get these particular shadows to work the way you want them to. My last palette is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I went for a cooler eyeshadow look today because I haven't really done a cool look in a while. I'm usually a bronze kind of girl. And I haven't used this palette in like ages. This is the Balm Bon Voyage palette. I had picked this up on Hot Look maybe about a year or 2 ago. This was when their flash sale. It comes with a bunch of shadows and then 3 lip colors, which I've never used, and they're bad now. Like, they've sweated and they don't smell very good either. So I don't really use the lip bottom part. I just use the shadows. And what is on my eyes today is B3, C3, and A1. So these 2 here and this one all over the lid. These 2 are in the crease. These are pretty nice neutral shadows with pops of color around them. Like, look at this beautiful teal. There's like this purple, this aqua blue, there's a yellow, and there's like even like a forest green. Up here is like a beautiful all over the lid shade as well. So I have, been pulling this out a little bit more recently just to get love to all my palettes, since I had so many palettes. I got rid of a lot of palettes in the last 6 months. So the palettes that I do own right now are ones that I want to use and continue to use. If I rotate them out, they'll get the love that they really deserve. So that's it. That was my favorites for Friday, October the 14th. I know, you guys, it was super long. I am so sorry, but this is what happens when I don't do a Friday favorites every week. What can I say? I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a longer shopping list. If you guys have any questions about the products that I have not mentioned here, let me know. If you have any recommendations for me to try anything, please let me know. I love talking to you guys in the bottom bar. Again, if you want to see nail swatches of nail polishes that I wear on a weekly basis, follow my Instagram. Don't forget to like this comment if you want to see a ride or die tag inspired by Jaclyn Hill. And subscribe if you're not. It would really help me out. Thank you so much. I love you guys. See you guys later. Bye. Mwah.